Hey, guys, welcome. We are live. We are live in today's TNT Tuesday night training for the Elite Marketing Academy. I want to welcome every single one of you guys who are here live, as well as the ones who are watching this recording. You guys going to learn a ton of stuff today. You're going to learn a lot of cool things. You're going to learn a list, right, of what you should be doing every single day, right? I've learned this from my 6-7 figure mentor earners, and it works perfectly, right? When it comes to, hold on a second, there you go. When it comes to online marketing, all right? So, to start, I just want to welcome you guys. I want to say thank you for being here. For those of you who are already part of the Elite Marketing Academy, the cadets, right? If you're a cadet already, welcome to this Tuesday night training. Post something on the comment section right now. If you're excited about today. Plus, I was almost forgetting to tell you something, that we have a special gift for you guys just for being here, right? So even if you're not a cadet, and those of you who are a cadet, we have a special gift just to tell you and appreciate you for being here. And that, excuse me, you can access it in the button right here below where it says free PDF, right? Download your free PDF right there. And what's going to happen is it says right there, click here for free download, right? And what's going to do is going to open up a free PDF that you can go ahead and keep as a gift for yourself. You can just keep it for yourself. And right there, it states the 4 daily action activities that you should be taking. But before we go into those things, because I want to really explain to you how those works, right? How they work, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and illustrate exactly how each step, what you should be doing in each step, right? So that when you get this PDF, you understand it even better, right? You can read it and you will understand to a certain point, but if you stay all the way to the end, I'm gonna give you some golden nuggets. I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks about what you should be doing in each of the steps and how to be able to move forward in your business and to be able to get sales, right? Who's excited, right? Comment on the comments below if you're excited about making sales, right? Even if you're in the recording, just comment something. Let us know, because we're always going. Also, if you have questions, if you have concerns, anything like you're struggling or something, let us know in the comment section, right? Put a question in there. Let us know. Say, hey, even if you are not a cadet, this is why we're here. Excuse me. This is part of our community, is part of giving back to the community, and we want to be able to help you out. We want to be able to help as many people as you can. So if you have any questions about online marketing, right, and in any place, we'll do our best to be able to answer it right now within this hour that we have in the training, right? Also, make sure that you guys are inviting your friends and your team members in here, because this is free training. It's free for all. There is no specific company that we're doing. We're not promoting any affiliate products. We're not promoting any MLM or anything like that. The only thing that we're talking about is the Elite Marketing Academy and how it will be able to give you results in your business by going through the courses. And if you want to become an Elite Marketing Academy member, a cadet, then there is a click underneath this button where you can right now access the whole academy absolutely for free for you right now. So go ahead and click on it and become a cadet, and we'll welcome you into the academy. But a little bit about myself, before we get started, because I understand that there's some cadets who already know me, but there's also some new people who we are inviting here who are just getting to know who I am, right? So before we get started and me going to these 4 daily actions that you should be taking every day, let me go ahead and just tell you very briefly about who I am, what I'm all about. And if you're excited, go ahead and drop me a comment, right? Drop me a comment. Also, if you're excited about the free gift that we're giving you, drop me a comment about that. Let me know if that excites you, right? Where it says click here for free download. That's gonna be your free PDF for today. It's a free gift. But you know what? I've been an entrepreneur for, I always say 11 years now, but I'm trying to think, I think I've been an entrepreneur for way longer than that. But I always say 11 years because that's when I became a serious entrepreneur. Before that, I always had little things here and there. And so, hold on for just 1 second. My daughter, what? No, just go ahead and stay right here. So she's trying to wait to her friends. So the whole thing is, sorry about that. This is part of working from home, right? Making money from home. So, I tell myself that because back in 2005, or it was a little bit before that, but in 2005, I set a goal, right? Before then, I had been doing, dealing with businesses, doing here and there, doing different things. But in 2005, I said, you know what? I'm gonna do a 10-year goal. I'm gonna do a 10-year goal. And by 2015, I want to be at home, making money from home. I want to retire, basically. I don't want to have a job that I have to go through to, right? And so what happened is that, I started to go through the motions. I started to learn. I started to, read the different things. I started to listen to audios. I started to go to events. I started to do things, right? And that's how I started to build my businesses, right? I built a vending machine business. At the time, I had I was dealing with some, it was like the online era, right? So I was dealing with some websites, but then I was like, you know what, let me do this vending machine thing. I went all around the city and I set up soda machines and snack machines and gumbo machines, and I had 40 locations around my city. And then what I did is just like, I said, you know what, I want to get serious, right? I want to grow my businesses, and this is throughout the years, right? And as the years went by, I opened up my own restaurant, right? And I was very proud, and I sold off the vending machine part and I kept the restaurant. But what happened is that's when I soon found out that not all businesses are the same. And I also found out the importance of basically marketing, because when I was there, I knew how to be a manager, right? I was trained to be a manager, trained to be a general manager, I was basically trained to be able to handle multi-million-dollar a year business, right? And so when I was in my restaurant, I was doing that. I was doing what I had to do to be able to make this happen, right? And but throughout the whole time, this is when I bought my restaurant was in 2007, when the economy sank, right? So I was always feeling like I was swimming against the current with my business, right? And even though I was, moving forward little by little, it was still very, very difficult for me. I ended up working 70 hours a day, 7 days a week, right? No days off, anything, and the reason I say marketing is because when I sold my restaurant, when I said, you know what, enough's enough, I need to find something better because I'm not going to hit my goal of being from home, right? Because the whole point of the restaurant was I was going to build a chain of restaurants and then retire from that, right? But it wasn't working that well because of I don't want to blame the economy. We can't blame the economy, right? But at the time I was blaming somebody, right? I was blaming somebody else. And what happened is that when I sold the restaurant and finally say, you know what, let me look for something, right? Is when I found out that the purpose of why I was basically failing was because of the lack of marketing, right? The lack of marketing, right? I wasn't really doing that much marketing, and the truth is that this happens many times over. Statistics show, right? I've read it several times. I've seen it several times. I've experienced it, personally, and I see it, and also in the home business industry, right? That people create a business, right? Like I created the business, and we start to work in the business, but we don't work on the business, right? We work in the business. We work the business, and one of the first things to basically disappear when things kind of get shaky or the money kind of goes down is the marketing budget, right? The marketing budget is the number one thing that basically almost all entrepreneurs stop doing. And guess what? The marketing part is one of the most important part of your business, because it's the lifeblood, right? It's what keeps on bringing in the new people into the business, right? So even though I was swimming against the current with my business and everything like that, and I was keeping it afloat and I was making profit, I realized that it was the marketing part, right? That marketing part that wasn't making me be able to grow, and but one of the things that that I realized as well, right, is that when I came into the online world, I sold my restaurant in 2012, March 31st, and I started I started my home business, right? I started a home business, and that is when I didn't even realize, but I had reached my goal sooner than anticipated, because but because everything was so hazy back then. I was selling the restaurant and this and that, and I was starting my home business. I didn't even realize that I hit my goal sooner, right? So that's kind of something about, that's another lesson that you can learn about that you can hit your goals even sooner. You don't have to stretch yourself so long. You can actually stretch yourself, very short. But as as I started to understand what this online marketing thing was, and I started to fail and get results, and then fail and get results and everything like that throughout these 3 or 4 years passing, I started to realize something, and that there was, I started to see and notice the people in this industry, right? Because I've come from the big brick and mortar, and I've talked to a lot of business owners who own restaurants and beauty salons and all sorts of types of business, right? And there's, it's totally different from what is going on in the home business industry. And what I see in the home business industry is that there's a lot of people who don't have the entrepreneurial experience yet, right? So when they're coming in totally 100% fresh, right? They're fresh. They don't know anything about anything. They don't know about marketing, right? So they start to do basically what I was doing when I was in the restaurant. They start working in their business, but not on it, right? They don't understand how to grow it. They don't understand marketing. They don't understand. The only thing that they do is most of the time they say, hey, you know what? Do a list of your friends and family and go out there and start pitching them, right? But what happens when you exhaust that list? What they tell, well, then go to Walmart or go to Target or go somewhere, right? Or start chatting with people on Facebook or something, right? And so that, that's good and all, and it works, but you also need another thing, another plan. You need to start to build a marketing budget, a marketing plan, right? You need to start doing that stuff. You need to start learning how to work on your business, not necessarily all the time in your business, right? And the difference is, in your business is when you're doing everything yourself. And when you're working on your business, is you're looking at it from an outside perspective, and you're seeing, how is it gonna grow? How am I gonna grow this business? How am I gonna be able to be able to make it better and grow it and send it, take it into the direction that I want, right? And so that's kind of how you got to start thinking. It's like, if you're a business owner now, you're a home business owner, then you need to start thinking, how do I grow this? How do I start to do really online marketing? And one of the biggest things that I started to notice is that there is a difference between the people who are generating results and most people who are not. Because the reality is about 2%, or less of the population are not getting any results. And 98% of the population who are in the industry are basically failing and struggling, right? I mean, it kind of sucks, right? And I saw that, and I was like, why is this? Why is that, right? And I explained it a lot in several other videos, and several inside the academy. I say it, I explain kind of why this is happening, right? And very briefly, most of the time it's because the people who are coming into the industry, like I said, they're people who are coming in, and then you are expected to just figure it out on your own, right? They kind of train you, they kind of give you some mindset stuff, they kind of give you some tips, but everything is very sporadically, everything is very random, everything is scattered all around. I don't know if you've ever experienced, say, comment yes on the comment section if you've experienced this, when you go into your home business and your upline is very scattered about how, what they should be teaching you and how you should be doing this business, right? So you're kind of confused as a newbie, right? And the reason is because this is what I've seen, okay? This is my own personal opinion, all right? I'm not trying to say nothing about anybody, but what I've seen, what I've experienced personally, right, is that it took them such a long time to learn how to sponsor people, how to produce, right? Most of the time it's taking literally like 3 to 5 years for somebody to really get it and understand it. All right, that is the truth about about the home business industry. All right, it's taking people about 3 to 5 years to really understand it and get it. Okay, and of course, you know what, that is actually pretty good. Because in 3 to 5 years you can be making a really good income, instead of waiting 40 years, right, to retire, right? You can retire in 3 to 4 years. So it's very good. It's very good. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm seeing is that, it's kind of like, why is it taking that long? That's my question. So why is it taking that long? Why did I take that long, right? Because I was running businesses, and it wasn't taking me that long to be in profit mode. It wasn't taking me that long to find customers. Why is it so different over here when it's a business still? Why is it so different, right? And so that's when I started to understand, it's like that there, people are doing two different things, right? And there's a confusion, because what's happening is that these people, they don't really understood. They never understood exactly what got them to the success level. So what they're trying to do with you is they're trying to explain what they did, right? But it took them 3 years or more to figure it out. So they're like, where do we start? Where do I start? And by the time they're there, this high, especially if they're like 6 figure, 7 figure or more. Guess what? What's happening is that it was such a long time when they got their breakthrough that they're so advanced that without even knowing, they're teaching you very advanced techniques that maybe you shouldn't even be listening to that, because it's it's going over your head. How many say yes, right? Say comment yes if you ever felt like you're like this top earner is talking to you and they're trying to really focus on you, really help you out, but you're just like whoop, like it's going over your head, right? I've been there too, right? When I just got started in this industry, where like they're teaching me and I'm like, what's SEO? What, like for a long time, it took me a while to learn what a solo ad was, right? And I was embarrassed too to ask, because I'm like, we have this embarrassment, right? So I actually had to ask like one of the other team members, like, what's a solo ad, right? And then it's like, you don't know what a solo ad? Because see, all these things, all these terms, PPC, solo ad, SEO, right? All these terms sound very common sensey to us, right? Really common sense to us who already know this stuff, but we forget that the person who's just coming up, they don't know anything. Absolutely anything, right? So if I start talking to you about SEO stuff, it's gonna probably go over your head if you've never heard anything. Maybe you've heard about it, but when I start to tell you about links and this and that and how to do it, all these website stuff, you'll just be like, what do you mean, what, right? This is why with the Elite Marketing Academy, the whole point is like, let's go back all the way to the beginning, right? Because here's the thing, I come from I love learning, right? I've always loved learning. I went to college, right? This is going back again, right? I went to college, and it took me 8 years to get my bachelor's and to get a minor in business, right? And the reason it was because when I was in whatchamacallit, when I first got started, I was just taking everything. I wanted to take everything. And the only reason that it took me 8 years and I wanted to continue, because I didn't want to go into the workforce. I really didn't. I was like, I don't want to work, right? And it's kind of like, and the only reason I had to stop was because my financial aid stopped. They sent me a letter. They say, okay, this is the last year you are qualified. You already exhausted all your financial aid, so you gotta graduate, right? So I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta graduate. No, here we go into the workforce, right? Because I've always, wanted to be my own boss. I didn't really want to have a boss, right? So, but the whole point is that I've always been paying attention about how people are learning, what people are doing stuff, right? And when I got my job, when I was actually working and I started to really focus on that stuff, I actually got certified to train, right? I got certified to be a trainer. And so like I can see different angles about how to train, how to break things down to its smallest detail, to make it as simple as possible in order for anybody to begin to, so that's kind of how I see it. I see it as like, let me see if I'm a beginner, like, and how do I train? And this is another thing that I see from the online world is that they're so busy sponsoring that sometimes they don't have to, because you have two things: either you train or you sponsor, right? And if you don't know how to do both, right, it's kind of like, which one do you pick, right? And then also the whole point, another thing is that sorry, I was thinking of something else and I totally messed up my train of thought, but. With the Elite Marketing Academy, it's making it simple, making it step by step, right? Because here it is. Because I saw that, I see this as I never understood why, right? Because when I had all my businesses and I would go and get employees and I would hire them, I created this whole training system for my restaurant, right? And so when they will come in, I would train a new employee who never had experience in a restaurant, and in a week they could be working the register or cooking or doing whatever they needed to do, right? So I always had this mentality: is like, how come these companies are not teaching their recruits like that? Where Because I'm thinking like this. I always imagine, what about if I had the restaurant, right? And I hired you. I hired you and I say, you know what? I want you to come in and I want you to be in charge of my online marketing department. You're going to be in charge of my online marketing. You're going to bring in customers through the online, through Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff into the restaurant, right? And so if you do it, like if I would do it, if I would train you like the online marketing is training, like right now how the home business is doing it, I will basically, welcome you in, tell you a little story about myself, and then say, go out there and do it. And then you will come back and you'll be all confused, be like, well, what do you mean? What do I do? Right? And then I'll be like, I will tell you another little story, another little lesson, and I'll be like, just go out there, go figure it out, right? It's kind of like, how long do you think would be until you finally get it, right? It would take you a couple of years to get it, right? If you don't know anything. So how I see it is like, if I had a restaurant and I hired you, I want you to start getting results as fast as I can, right? Because I'm going to be paying you. So you need to be profitable. You need to be bringing in the profits in order for you to keep your job, right? So first of all, you're gonna be motivated to learn everything I teach you. Second of all, I'm gonna be motivated to teach you exactly what you need to do in order for you to get results, right? You get me, right? Put a yes if you're following me, right? Put a yes if you're following me. And so what's going on is that if I'm thinking in that way, I'm gonna create something where I'm like, okay, I need traffic, leads, and sales now. So I'm gonna train you to start getting, like, I'm gonna train you in a week, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. It depends how long it is, right? But let's say I will try to do it in 1 week where at least I get you to be generating traffic and leads. Maybe no sales yet, but at least traffic and leads. That's my goal. Right? And as you start to train and on the job training, I will teach you more so you can, by the second, third week, you're already bringing me customers, right? You're already bringing me customers, right? See, that's a difference between thinking like a business owner, right? And just, I'm not trying to downgrade anybody, and coming in and taking 3 years to learn and then trying to figure out how you're gonna teach your downline how to succeed, how they're gonna succeed, right? Because I'm thinking like an owner. I'm thinking, okay, that the academy has to think like an owner, has to think like a business. How are we gonna get our cadets to start generating, traffic leads and stuff for their business, right? For whoever you're representing, right? And we're doing it where if you're, let's say, if you're a real estate agent, hey, we want to help you too, right? If you're a restaurant, we want to help you as well, right? If you have a clothing store, if you have a beauty salon, whatever it is, we can help you here at the Elite Marketing Academy, right? It's like when you come in here, we're your training center, right? We're your training center for your downline. We're your training center for your business. We're your training center for that stuff. If you're excited about that stuff, right? Give me a yes. Let me know if you're excited on stuff. Also, by the way, click the link right here. I'm gonna start talking about this very quick, and then I'm gonna bring in the co-founder of Elite Marketing Academy, Terrence Freeman, in a few minutes. But if you click right there, it says free download for a free PDF, and that's going to give you the 4 daily action steps that you should be taking every single day. And I'm going to talk to you about that because, like I said, there are certain things that you should be doing every single day so you won't get distracted, okay? And then there's other, because 98% of the people are not really doing anything, okay? All right, cool. Yes. I'm seeing yeses right here in the comments. Awesome. And guys, give me more yeses, all the ones who are here, who I see that you're here, but you're not commenting. All right, so let me go really briefly explain about these steps that you should be doing every single day, and I'm gonna pass it over to Terrence Freeman, right? So I'm excited, right? I'm excited. So the first thing, if you already downloaded it and you open up you have it on the next window or something, you can follow along. But look, the first thing is very essential as an entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, your number one thing that you should be thinking of is your health and your energy. And that's to be honest truth, because I mean, when I wake up, and sometimes I do because I'm human, and I didn't sleep good the night before, I am cranky and I am exhausted. My eyes are all tired, and usually I'm not as efficient that day. Usually I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do anything, and I'll just sit there in the sofa or something, and until I go and take a nap or something, right? When my daughter takes a nap, I'll take a nap with her, and then I'll get re-energized. So what the first thing that most of, like all these, and I will say almost all of them, right? I've heard Tony Robbins talking about this. I've heard, Jack Canfield talking about this. The big gurus always talking about this, where they wake up and one of the first things they do is exercise, right? Get air in their lungs. They go for a walk, they go for a run or something, and they sleep really good, right? They sleep their 8 hours. They don't. Sometimes you gotta push it, right? If you're like let's say you're in your marketing in your network marketing company, and they're gonna come up with a new product. Hey, maybe you gotta crunch it up, right? Maybe for a week or so, but then you rest, all right? So the first thing is that almost all the successful people know is that they have to get the rest and they have to exercise because they want to be healthy. And also think about it, right? You don't want to burn yourself out. You don't want to, let's say you don't want to get to your goal, whatever that is, and be unhealthy. All of a sudden you're sick, right? God forbid that happens. I don't want that to happen to you, right? I don't want you to be so stressed out, work yourself so much that you don't have enough rest. And then you end up
Ness, did we lose you? Uh-oh, guys. I think we... Okay, he's coming back in. You good, Ness?
Yeah, man, I'm coming. I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. My internet just totally cut off. So let me. I'm gonna be briefly right now, and then Terrence gonna come on right now. Sorry about that, guys. Thank you, Terrence. So okay. So the first one is exercise, right? It's exercising, making sure that you're healthy. The second step that you're gonna want to do that entrepreneurs do is marketing. All right, it's marketing. It's very important that you're marketing every single day. And here's kind of like how you should think about it. Most of you guys you probably have a job, and then you're building your online business or you're building your home business on your spare time, right? And so you only have, let's say, 3 hours a day or something like that. So let's say, for instance, you have 3 hours a day. What you should be doing is spending 2 of those hours marketing. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what marketing means, and one of them like training or doing something else. Okay, so those 2 hours, you need to be marketing. And what is marketing? Marketing is, if you already a cadet, you kind of know about what I'm going to talk about. If you're not a cadet, I invite you to click the link and become a cadet by joining our Facebook group. But marketing is sharing your link. Marketing is generating traffic, right? And when I mean sharing your link is that when it comes to online marketing, it's very simple. You have a link that is the doorway to your funnel, to your online funnel. I explain all this in your free training that you get when you become a cadet of the Academy in Online Marketing 101. It's a 5-day course that we give away for free just for becoming a cadet. It explains to you exactly what a funnel is, and it tells you step by step how to create your online funnel. And that is the basis of how to start in online marketing. After that, you can continue on with the higher trainings. But at the end, you're going to end up with a link, right? And that link is where you're going to want to be sharing it all over the place, all over the place. Even if let's say you're doing Facebook chatting, it has to go to where you're having a conversation, and it leads to you sharing that link, them clicking on it, they're entering their email and going into the funnel. All right, that's how it's supposed to be. So let's say, for instance, right now the only thing you're doing is Facebook chatting, or you're chatting on Twitter, or you're chatting on Instagram. It should always lead to your link. Why? Because you want to be building a list, okay, which is another kind of training. But you want to be building a list of emails, a list of prospects, right? And step number 4 is going to have to do a lot with that. But most of your time should be sharing your link. You want to be sharing that link all over the place, either by posting a picture with a link, or like I said, Facebook chatting or chatting with people. Or actually, if you're out there, right, if you have a business card and you're talking to people, share it. It's like, hey, you know what? You want to know more about me? Boom, here's the thing. Visit that link, right? And you're going to go through the funnel, right? So the whole point is like, how How many people can you get to click that link? And then in order for them to enter their email and then go through the process and buy at the end, right? So that's the second action that successful people are doing. They're marketing, right? If you have a business, they're marketing. If you're not marketing, then you're gonna be struggling. All right. If you don't start to understand and or discover ways to market your business correctly, you will struggle. All right. You will keep on struggling, right? If you're already struggling, right? This is part of the Elite Marketing Academy, and this is what we strive to do, is marketing, right? Elite marketing. So by you becoming a cadet, we're gonna teach you all these things, which in the near future. Right now, we're actually starting. We're gonna launch our new course that's coming up, which is all about you know uh, marketing and generating traffic, leads, and sales from Instagram, right? In the future, we're gonna start doing some like Twitter and then Facebook PPC and stuff like that. But the next course that's coming up is Instagram marketing, all right? So that's what you want to be doing is daily, every single day is spend at least 2-3 hours just marketing. That's what you should be doing the most in your business, is marketing, right? Then the third one is training. All right. The third one is training. You don't want to spend too much time on training. And it kind of goes, with us, right? Because we're at the Marketing Academy, we want you to train. But the reality is like, I'd rather you spend more time taking action on the training, right? Taking action. This is why our course, Online Marketing 101, is a 5-day course, because you take one day, listen to that, and then go implement, right? Or do the things that it's taught to you. So then the rest of the day you're implementing. Then you can go through the whole course in one day, but I recommend you do it in 5 days, right? Then the next day you do whatever is next, and then you go out there and market, right? Then the next day you do so on and so on, right? Because I understand these principles, and that's how we're organizing it, where we want you to be able to train maybe like an hour, right? So if you're training an hour, you're doing 2 hours of marketing. You're training for 2 hours, you're doing 4 hours of marketing, okay? So always double what you're doing on training, always double it, okay? Double the number. The fourth one and the last one, and then I'm gonna give the co-founder, Terrence Freeman, a chance to speak right now, because I know he has way more stuff for you to learn, right? So get ready to take some notes with him too. So the fourth and final step, see, he's excited already. But the fourth and final step is follow up. All right. Look, I see a lot of people, right? I see a lot of people that they're doing the training and they're doing the marketing and they're generating leads and they're generating traffic and all that good stuff. But then they always come to me and say, Nestor, I'm generating leads, but they're not converting into sales. And when I start to, kind of dig in there and see what they're doing, most of the time, the big piece that they're not doing is following up. Marketing is gonna bring people into your system. Follow up is gonna basically sell them. It's gonna close them. You should always be closing with the people, because guess what? These people who went through your funnel, they raise their hand and they say, hey, you know what, Nestor, I'm interested in what you got. I'm interested in what you're selling, right? And for whatever reason, they might have not bought that time, but you need to follow up, right? And there's several ways to follow up, right? Which we teach Online Marketing 101. We kind of teach a very simplistic principle, but then we're going to come up with more higher education. But most of it is like, let's say if you're collecting emails, right, which you should, then you're following up through emails, right? Emailing every day, right? If you're blogging, you should be blogging and sending that blog to your prospects, right? If you're good on the phone, guess what? Hey, get on the phone with them, right? Speak to them, give them a ring, right? If you're collecting that phone number, right? I mean, it's whatever it takes for you to be able to communicate with them and build that rapport, build that relationship, or whatever it is that you're doing, and follow up with these people, right? Go out there and get a yes, right? And build it to whatever attitude you want, right? Like some people say, hey, you know what? I won't stop following up until I get a no, like a definite no, like no, thank you, I'm done, right? Then I'll stop following up with the people. That's what they say. Other people say, I'm gonna keep going until I get that yes, no matter how no's they tell me, right? So it just depends on how you feel comfortable about following up, but you must be following up every single time, like every single day, or however you feel like, right? And so, sorry about that. So so that's the last and final step. That daily action. So every single day, you should be exercising and keeping healthy and keeping rested. You should be marketing every day. You should be training, some sort of training. Like you can read every day. You can listen to an audio every day. You can go through a training or a course every day, right? And then at the end, always follow up, right? Do your follow up. Follow up with those people who said yeah, right? So like if somebody comes in, let me give you a nice tip, all right? When somebody enters their email into your system, here's a nice tip that can work for you really good. Grab that email and look for them on Facebook, look for them on Twitter, or look for them on Instagram, and send them a friend request or send them a message saying, hey, I just saw that you just opted in into my list, and I just wanted to introduce myself to you. I'm here if you have any questions. I mean, nobody does that. So what's happened is when you do that, they're gonna be like, whoa, wow, that's cool, man, that's cool, right? Because I just put in my email, and guess what? See, you can do that right now at the beginning when you're just getting a little bit of trickling down the emails, right? When you get to the point where you're getting daily emails like every day, right? Like us, like Terrence and I, it gets hard to do that, right? Because then you have a lot of emails, but then you have a lot of people to work with, right? Which is really cool. But when you just get started, something that's gonna push your sales is doing that. Every time you get an email, go out there and look for them on social media, and send them a message. Say, hey, because it's fresh in their mind. You just got in there. And if you communicate with them, guess what, right? Guess what? And if you're doing it how we're telling you to do it in online marketing, how to do your funnel well with a bridge video and everything, you're warming them up. So when they get to the end and you message them, they're gonna be ready for you. They're gonna be like, whoa, wow, Nestor messaged me. Oh, cool, man. It's like I just saw your videos, and here you are. Here you are messaging me. They're gonna get excited. You can follow up right there and close them right there and then, right? So that's a tip right there you can use and take home with it. If you like that tip, drop me a comment, say, Nestor, man, that was a great tip, or say, hey, those are awesome. Put me a good message up by letting me know that I want to see if what I gave you was valuable. I really want to know, because that it excites me when you guys are finding what we're teaching valuable. And when I see something like you writing it to me, it's like I'm like, yes, 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 I'm on the right track, right? I'm on the right track. Because if I don't see anything, then I'm like, okay, man, maybe I have to think myself. Maybe I have to try a little harder. Let me see what I can change, right? Which I'm still gonna do, right? I'm still gonna try harder and change everything. But when I read a comment that is showing me that I'm in the right path, there's nothing like that, right? There's nothing like helping people. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna pass the mic to main man Terrence Freeman, co-founder of the Elite Marketing Academy. This guy he's just gonna bring it up. So get ready to get ready to get excited, get the energy up. Come on, guys, get that energy up, right? Let's start clapping for Terrence Freeman. Woo! Let's go.
Yo, what is good? That's what is good. I hope you guys had a phenomenal weekend. I hope you guys started your Monday off right. You guys already know I'm Terrence Freeman, always fired up. And I'm going to share with you guys some real quick, aggressive mentalness where you guys really got to focus right now. All right? Because Nestor knows me. I go straight to the point. Look, let's forget about my story. You know what I mean? Let's just forget about my story. We'll save that for the next hangout. We'll save that for Thursday night. All right. If you're new here and you don't know who I am, make sure that you are at our workshop on Thursday night. Okay? Because right now I'm just too fired up, and I've been holding on to something that I've been just thinking about even over the weekend and been wanting to share with you guys. And I'm always connecting myself with various top leaders in the industry, and I'm always reaching out to them and trying to figure out ways of what is it that I need to do that's going to help people in our academy, along in my life, to my people around me, right? Uh, how is it that I'm going to make them better, right? And help them become better, right? Now look, wouldn't it be super cool, like people who go to college, right? I mean, some of you might be here who went to college like Nestor. I never got that opportunity, but um, most successful entrepreneurs didn't even graduate from college, right? So it goes to show that that doesn't even matter. But wouldn't it be cool, right? If we got, there's a college, right? Like you have all of these colleges right now that are online, right? And then you have within the college that's online, Kaplan University, SoCal University online, like an online course, right? But the online courses are the same curriculum that you're gonna get by when you're walking in through the doors of SoCal or University of Oregon or University of Miami. Like you're gonna get depending on what what you want to major in, right? But wouldn't it be like super cool? An online academy, right? Where you can actually go, right? Refer students to, right? And instead of getting the same curriculum, the same stuff that I don't know, I mean, Nestor is like, Nestor is, we're close in the same age group, so I'm sure that what they taught him back when he graduated in when he graduated in college, right? Welcome, Rebecca. When he graduated in college,
Thank you.
he he the same people who are graduating right now are graduating with the same education. Now, wouldn't it be super cool if you have a group of people who made mistakes, who created results, who know how to build funnels, who know how to create, and generate leads, right? Now, wouldn't it be cool if there are online courses for people who like, oh, yo, I want to go to college, ma. I want to learn how to build an online business. Well, you got to go to Elite Marketing Academy to do that. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is the vision that we have. This is what we're doing. And this is how we're going to get bigger, guys. You guys right now are like the grandfathers. You guys are grandfathers in right now. The Rebeccas, the Lenise, the people who are in right now, who are participating, especially the ones who are participating, like know that they're getting super extreme value, and the value doesn't work if one doesn't implement, right? So we know who's implementing because the ones who give the good feedback are the ones who is taking action with the stuff that Nestor has taught in the one-on-one courses that we have, in the stuff that we're saying here in the hangouts, right? So wouldn't it be super, super cool that that's what it becomes? Because this is the vision and the future of what Elite Marketing Academy is going to develop, guys. You see, right now we're just getting started. We're like in the dirt. And I will continue saying it, in the dirt. You see, and I'm going to share with you the 3 C's that are super important for you. Number one, and how the mistake that I made and what I learned from it, because I'm a super passionate dude. I get involved in the product, I get involved in the business, and Nestor knows I'm a passionate dude, and that's the passion is what runs me. It drives me crazy. I mean, seriously, like it's what runs me. But I learned a valuable lesson, and this lesson is recent, guys. And it's only because I've decided to do exactly what we're doing right now. It's to help others grow. The passion that I had that drove me is the passion, right? That I should not have been focusing on. Because in all the business, in network marketing, and online entrepreneurs, they say what? Hey, oh man, I'm super passionate. I'm super passionate. But hold up. How can I not think about Rebecca's passions? Because that's why people in the industry all around don't get it. Don't see the bigger picture. You see, it's like, you know what? It's not about you. It's not about what you're passionate about. What is it that Rebecca's passionate about? What is it what Nestor's passionate about? And as leaders and as becoming entrepreneurs, that's what makes these entrepreneurs successful because they focus on their customers' passions, on their clients' passions. So people get involved with the, oh my God, I'm super passionate. I got passion for this, man. I love the business. I love the company. And that's all good and dandy. But to be honest, you gotta remember that other people's passions equals your profits. I mean, and that's just business. You know, it's like McDonald's. You walk into McDonald's, it's like, hey, they know who loves the Big Macs, who love the apple pies. It's like they are feeding off of other people's passion. You know, everyone's passion. You know, but and McDonald's is in the real estate business. They're not even in the hamburger and shakes and soda business. They're in the real estate business. They don't even make hamburgers. The owners of the franchise do, you know, but the real model of McDonald's is a real estate business, you know. So I'm gonna share with you the 3 C's, guys, and I'm just fired up, man. I just wanted to share that with you guys because I realized that, you know, in the 4 years, close to 4 years of me doing online marketing, I've always been passionate about my marketing. And one thing that a lot of people make the mistake of is that they focus too much on that and they don't realize that, you know what, if you have a team, you know, you gotta realize that other people's passions is what's gonna build your profits. And if you don't pay attention to their passions, and if you don't teach them that, they're going to do exactly the same thing. They're going to go around saying, oh my God, I'm super passionate about this weight loss product and this weight loss product. And it's easy, yeah, because when you consume something and it works, yeah, you get passionate about it. But could you imagine when you hand that product over to someone else, they're like, hey, here, I want you to take this, Pam, and you see that person's passion. That's what people, that's how businesses and even in multi-level marketing, you know, that's how the leaders who become wealthy, who, you know, make it happen, is because they feed off of other people's passions. They don't focus on their own passion. So, you know, I just wanted to share that with you guys because I just felt like, I know that because Nestor threw out a lot of content. I mean, Nestor covered a lot. And, you know, this is why I love this guy. This is why me and Nestor, we're like the yin and the yang. You know, I'm the one who goes out there speaking to people. This guy will collect content, create, elevate, and throw it out there. Tell me, hey, this is what we're going to do, blah, 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 boom, bam, it's done. You know, because Nestor has taught me a lot. And it's like I teach Nestor how to step out of the box, like be more open, get more out there. Like Nestor's the one who wants to create a lot of the curriculum, right? But at the same time, we all have to get out there to get more people, right? We got to get to know people. They got to get to know who Elite Marketing Academy is, Terrence and Nestor, you know? So it's like we have to be all out there. So, guys, I just want to give you guys the 3 C's, man, and I, I'm just fired up about the passion thing because I hope you guys got that because really the mistake that people make in this industry, especially when it comes to marketing, you know, everybody markets all over the place because of their emotions. You know what I mean? And they jump all over the place because of their emotion. And that energy takes you to where it is you emotionally going to go, right? Because energy and motion, that's what emotions are. It's just energy and motion. You know, the thing is, we got to just know how to control them. And, you know, and focus on what it is. Because I know there's a lot of people here who are doing various things. You know, there are a couple of multi-level marketers, online marketers. Some of you guys are on here building your own businesses, you know, maybe your own mom and pop shop, you know, and a lot of people are, you know, you got to realize that right now, everything is happening so fast, you know, and we wanted to do this, guys, and start this whole thing because of the fact that, look, like Nestor said, he's seen it. I've seen it. And he's seen how people are just like all over the place. You're following a leader who's all over the place, and the whole, let's say, has a downline of like 250 people, that triggers down to all 250 people, and they're all doing the same thing, you know? And it's like, it just goes bonkers. And what we're doing is, we're going to show guys, and we're going to show everyone here is that, look, you're responsible for your own success, number one. Number two, you have to implement. What is being taught here, you have to implement because one thing with Elite Marketing Academy is we are on top of what's constantly coming, and that is key. And we're going to be showing you guys exactly what you guys need to do in order to expand your reach, right? Brand you, not brand your product, but brand you, and expand a bigger audience, expand your audience, a bigger reach, you know? And how do we do that? Number one, we got to create. That's C number one. We got to be creative. You got to be creative. Okay? You have to be creative. And regardless if you have the bottle in your hand, you don't want to say exactly what's said in the sales pitch. You don't want to read off the script. You got to get creative. Right? Because people admire creativity, man. People hate competition. Like competition is rough. That's like you being in the ring with Marvelous Marvin Hagler and Thomas Hearns back in the day. That was like competitive fighting there, you know? And it took a lot for them guys to win, all the way to the 15th round, when boxing was 15 rounds. But it's you don't want to be competitive. You want to be creative, and we all have that in our mindsets. We all have a mind that we can create our own content. We can create our own sales pitch. We can create our own websites if we just put our mind to it. We can actually do it, right? So you want to create, and then once you create, you want to capture. You capture. And how do you capture? By having your list, by building an email list. Get their attention. And how you get their attention? By what you created in the first place. So you want to capture. You want to capture the leads. You want to capture the traffic. But you know how you get it? Is how people knowing that you're authentic. It could be a video. You can create your first video and tell people, hey, make sure that you enter your email down below. I want to get to know you guys. And please don't hesitate to leave me with a question or anything you have to ask me about whatever you was talking about in the video. You know what I'm saying? So you want to capture. And that's a great way of doing it. It's like what Nestor was talking about with the bridge video. The bridge videos work excellent. And a lot of people in the multi-level marketing industry don't even do it. Even in the network marketing industry, don't even do it. You know, if you're doing online multi-level marketing or, offline, look, make sure that you connect with us, inbox any of us, and make sure that you get set up for a bridge video. Because I'm telling you that 10x's your sales in anything that you're doing. It really does. And the third one is once you capture that lead, we got to convert them to buy it. So you got to give them the closing. You have to give them that final closing, and those are the 3 C's, guys. Everybody knows what it takes to close. You don't want to vomit out the mouth. You got to be congruent with with what you already started with, which is C number 1, which you created, and then you captured your leads and your traffic, and now it's time to convert them into the sale. And those are the 3 C's that people got to focus on when you're doing any type of marketing. I mean, look at McDonald's, man, and look at all of these places. You walk in, they upsell you. So, think of it like that. And the thing is that in college, they're not teaching nobody that. They're not teaching nobody that type of curriculum. You know what I'm saying? There are some entrepreneur courses in school, in the university, without a doubt. Because, there are a few entrepreneurs that graduated and become successful, without a doubt. But we all know that the margins are huge when it comes from people who started with doing a startup, dropping out of college, and building to a next level that passed the one who graduated, who's already generated whatever, yada, yada, 10, 20 million in the first year. And this dude over here came out with an app, a startup, didn't even graduate, but because he paid attention to what's happening all around him, right? Focused on the speed of social media, he created an app, and guess what? Someone and some big company want to buy the app for like 100 million. So it's like, this is we are alive at the best times of our lives, guys. And right now, you gotta absorb every ounce of it. And this is why we wanted to do this, is to create a community of not students, of fellow entrepreneurs, and not even cadets, because cadets, like I said, we're gonna have like a ceremony. We're gonna have a location. It's gonna go cray cray. It's gonna go cray cray. But you know what? I want to hear it from Rebecca because I'm fired up. She's one of the top cadets here in EMA, and I just gotta hear
Awesome.
what she say and how excited is she and what she got from it.
I
It's
said
all
I
you.
wasn't gonna. I said I wasn't gonna pop on because I look like crap. I actually had 3 teeth pulled on Thursday of last week, and I'm in the process of getting implants.
You're
I was
doing
just
better
actually
than me.
telling.
You're doing better than me.
I was just actually telling Nestor that, yeah, due to like medications that I took over the years, I have rheumatoid arthritis, and for a long time I had it really bad. So I was on a bunch of different medicines, and it actually really destroyed my teeth. So now I'm in the process of that. So it's going to take a while, but it's painful. And now, like where they pulled ones, now I have other ones that are starting to hurt that didn't hurt. So it's actually why I haven't even been on doing the trainings yet. I'm getting back to there. Like I don't know if you could see the whole side of my face is bruised here. Like I was
Yeah.
all banged up, but I've been doing some reading and stuff. And this academy is awesome. I can't wait to like really just dive in and soak up all the info and start working it.
That's awesome. That's
That is
awesome,
awesome.
Yeah.
Rebecca.
Yeah, go ahead, Ness. Go ahead,
Love
Ness.
it. So, well, I just kind of wanted to ask you a question, right? Because you actually were one of the cadets who attended the last Thursday night workshop, right? And we're gonna have these workshops every Thursday
Yes.
for our cadets only. So I kind of wanted to share, can you share really briefly about how was that?
Oh, it was awesome. It was me, you, and Leslie, and you explained everything really well, where I didn't really understand the whole process of the funnel, and I'm still kind of learning it. I have done a funnel myself, but with help of one of my other teammates in the company that I'm in, and she kind of showed me, but she kind of like did like a screen share, and she did it on her computer, and I'm more of like a hands-on person, like watch and like kind of do it myself. So the way you explained it on the whiteboard and everything was just really is more how I learned.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, I'm glad that you were able to hop on today's hangout. We just wanted to share a little bit of some of our cadets, but I wanted to see if somebody else wanted to come and hop on, but it was kind of a little late. But
Yeah.
what I want to do is just just as a as a thank you for you. Why don't you share a little bit, just very briefly, how people can get in contact with you, a little bit of what you do. That way, you can people can know who Rebecca is and what she does.
Okay. I started in this whole business back in February, I believe it was the beginning of February. I was looking to make money online. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm on disability, which pays absolutely nothing. And so I found what's called Empower Network. And so I got in at a $7 trial. I started to kind of see what it was, a lot of blogging and stuff like that, but they have other platforms, and then they also have upsells of products that you can buy. And I wound up going to their first event in Nashville back in the end of April. And people that I met there were phenomenal. All out there to help you, like even the top earners. I'm in touch on Facebook with a lot of them, and they really want to see you succeed. So, they're not going to give away the information. They want you to work for it because this is, a business that you have to work. You can't just expect to be in there making millions of dollars by doing no work. They put the work in, so you have to put the work in. So I get that, but they're there to help you every step of the way. And we're actually launching a new product, and I'm under NDA, so I can't really talk about it. But it's going to be really big in internet marketing, in the coaching space and stuff like that. So I was able to purchase it and be in the pre-launch, which is like really exciting for me. But the reason why I started with you guys is because I don't know how to market to people. I don't know how to talk to people. The whole thing with starting up funnels and doing all that stuff I'm still new to. So I want to just really absorb all the information I can and learn how to do that, because my objective is, one, to make money for my family, and two, to help other people make money. So, and get out of their financial struggles and have financial freedom.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. That's awesome, Rebecca. You know what? It is all about the people, and I'm glad that you were able to share it. And also, it just shows that here at the Elite Market Academy, we want to be able to help everybody, no matter from what what company you're in, no matter what you're doing, no matter what your history it is that you're coming from. That's our priority is our cadets. Our priority is the success, because we understand how it is out there. And you have a business that you want to do. You have those things that you're focusing on, right? You're focusing on producing, you're focusing on all these things. And what we're doing here at the academy is like we're trying to relieve some of that stress and say, you know what, if you're not getting it, then you know what, come into the academy, learn from us, understand what you need to do, right? Because we're gonna train you as quickly as we can. It's gonna take some time, like, and I love that Rebecca was able to say this, because it does take work. Okay, nothing in life is not gonna just gonna be just like that. But
Otherwise,
what
we'd all be doing it.
I'm sorry.
I said, otherwise, everybody would be doing it. Everybody would be
Exactly.
making money.
Exactly. Yeah. And um, so yeah, exactly. If not everybody will be doing it, but I also understand that we can get something that is a little bit complicated, a little bit not as clear, and we can clear it up. We can make it nice and simple for as many people as we can. And so that's why kind of like that's sorry, I'm pointing to my daughter because she's right here asking for something. But that's kind of what we want, is just to be able to give people the results and be able to get people to start generating traffic, leads, and sales as quickly as it can, right? Because of course, each individual company has its own way of training and its own way of building up a team and stuff, and they have their own training. We understand that every company has their own training, but not every company takes the time to be able to really go all the way down to the essentials, all the way down to where sometimes people get stuck in, right? When I was in the in when I was working for Pizza Hut, one of the things that they trained us on as managers is that we need to learn how to, that there's gonna be bottlenecks where people where the traffic is gonna like kind of slow down and people are gonna get stuck there, or the orders are gonna get stuck. And as manager, we gotta come there and we have to do something to release that bottleneck, so that flow, right, can go through. And so that's kind of how I see it right now. There's a bottleneck where a lot of people are getting stuck in online marketing, and there's so many people that are getting stuck there, and only a few of them are able to pass. The few who are working super hard, right? They're grinding, and they're being able to break through that bottleneck are very succeeding, right? And what I see is that instead of 1 to 2% succeeding, let's get that up to 10%. Let's get that up to 20%, or as high as we can, right? We can do that by releasing some of that stress and that bottleneck, by training people, by having an academy that focuses just on training the essentials, right? And that's going to release some of that bottleneck, and all of a sudden you're going to see, once the academy starts to grow, you will see a lot of success in a lot of these network marketing companies, a lot of these real estate agencies. You're going to see success coming because of the academy, because we're relieving that stress that's going on right now, right? So with that, my friends, you know what? I
Yeah,
want to.
I just want to
Go
add
ahead,
some.
go ahead.
Yeah, that that's why that's what I'm saying. It's
Oh,
like,
I think Oh, okay.
yeah,
I
that's
thought
what
I
I'm saying.
lost you guys.
Like,
It was like breaking up for a second.
like that's why this is so important, and this is why I know that the future of marketing is going to be or in college. Like, I don't even think people are going to be walking into the actual physical buildings anymore. Like, seriously, like, they're going to be able to stay at home. They're going to be able to log into their university. The only difference is that they're going to get a curriculum of how they are going to be able to become the entrepreneurs online that is focusing on what's happening currently. Let's say it's 2025. So you can imagine what 2025 is going to be like for social media and what live streaming would be like and what Facebook would be, because Facebook ain't going nowhere. If, I mean, even if Mark Zuckerberg dies, Facebook is like Apple. It's like if Mark Zuckerberg dies, God forbid, it'll continue running like Apple is continuing being sold. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yep.
and it's like, wow, you know what? If we don't help the so many people that we know who get caught up in that bottleneck, like Nestor said, because I can only imagine how packed up it really is in there. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people packed up, climbing over each other, like, you know what I'm saying? Cutting each other's throat, and they still can't get through because they're so frustrated and they ain't getting the right leadership. They're not getting the right training. They're not going through the step-by-step process. Some people get all excited when they do something and they skip step one and go to step three. Oh, I know step one and two, but let me go to three, and they get crazy frustrated. And then they quit. They quit. They forget about going back, or they forget about thinking like what you was taught in school. Like, hey, you gotta go back. You gotta start with the basics. And even in the same industry, it's the same thing. You gotta start with the basics. It's like when they told me, look, if you're not creating content, you're not gonna capture nothing. So we have to create, capture, and convert. And with those 4 tips that Nestor said earlier, I'm telling you guys definitely have to write them down. If you didn't, make sure that you guys watch the replay to get that, because you definitely want those 4 tips to marketing and to be being an entrepreneur, in other words, and what you should be focusing on. Because those tips right there, I mean, one I definitely need to do more is exercise. That's for sure. The floor is yours, Ness.
All right, all right. Thank you, Terrence. Yeah, that's how it is. Make sure that you guys get that free gift that we give you by clicking on the free download. It's a free gift for you, also for you guys who are the cadets of the academy. Go ahead and grab yourself grab that free gift for you. And if you're just a guest here and you're just kind of looking in at what the academy is, go ahead and take that with you. It's for you. And if you are interested in becoming a cadet of the academy, go ahead and click on the link where it says, join us in our Facebook group. We'll, either Terrence or I will welcome you into the academy, and you'll start your way into the training. And like I said, this is an academy. It's something where you're gonna come in and start to implement and take the training and implement it in your company, whatever that is, whatever you're doing, whatever you're building. You're gonna grab this information and you're gonna implement it there, okay? And this is like Erica was saying, this is a step-by-step training where you can actually put 2 screens, right? You can put the training on one screen and then the browser on another one. And as I'm telling you what to do, you can pause the video and you can go out there and do it and implement the information that I'm telling you to do. That's kind of how we run right here in the academy. With that, my friends, thank you so much. And thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Terrence. Thank you, everybody who's watching. And also thank you for watching in the recording. If you are watching on the recording, I want to thank you for your time. I know your time is very precious, right? It's something that we cannot get back. So if you're still watching and you're here, that just tells me that you're liking what we're saying, and I really, really appreciate you taking the time to be here. With that, my friends, thank you so much. We'll see you in the academy, and we want to welcome you in there. But with that,
thank you, Rebecca.
Yeah, thank you, Rebecca. We're gonna have the Thursday night. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you so much. We're gonna have the Thursday night workshop for the cadets only, but we'll also be back next Tuesday giving you some more insight and some more training on online marketing. Bye, guys. Bye for now.